I remember the first jump scare I ever experienced in a movie. I've talked before in my Longlegs video about the first horror movie I'd ever seen, and the first jump scare was the same movie, Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. When Detective Milton Arbogast ascends the stairs inside the Bates house, and just as he arrives at the top, Mrs. Bates suddenly comes out of a room to stab him. The moment punctuated by Bernard Herrmann's iconic violent score. It's one of the best jump scares of all time and set the standard for every scary movie moving forward. I'm not alone in my love of Psycho, and I'm also not alone in being a bit skeptical of the jump scare as a concept. Over the years, as horror fans, we constantly want that next hit, even if it's subjective. We want what scares us as individuals. Everyone loves Psycho. Not everyone loved Longlegs, yet Longlegs gave me my next hit. Gore Verbinski's The Ring is not perfect, yet it scared the ever-living out of me. I'll be honest, I've kind of forsaken my love of the jump scare since I was a kid because it just got too played out. Movies took advantage of that trope. If you do the thing that works every time, it starts to work less and less. So big studio horror movies will shove jump scares into a movie without purpose, without good intention. They rarely serve a narrative purpose. Instead, they serve as little treats to thank the audience for coming to see The Nun 2 god-awful kind of movie. They feel unearned, forced, and trivial. What you really want, at least what I really want, is something that holds meaning. An ideal jump scare should be at least related to the stakes of the scene or the themes going on that the movie has been having us think about. Also, the music accompanying the jump scare should also fit the bigger picture, not just a loud, obnoxious boom for no reason but to startle you. The worst is when the boom isn't even from something in the scene making the noise, but clearly was just added in post to spook you. That sucks when I see it. All that to say, Smile 2 is doing jump scares really well, and it's fucking exhausting. Smile 2 is writer-director Parker Finn's second feature film, about 2 years now removed from Smile 1. This time around, we focus on a global pop icon named Sky Riley as she gets ready for a massive world tour to solidify her comeback following a deadly car crash that took the life of her boyfriend and left her badly injured. She also had a dangerous drug habit, and she's been sober ever since, aside from the undisclosed amounts of Vicodin she procures from her high school pal turned dealer, Lewis. But the Vicodin is strictly for the pain she still suffers every day. She hates the scar that snakes up her torso and the trauma, shame, and secrets that scar keeps sewn shut inside of her. Everybody can see it, but she's the only one that's living it, and she hates what she's put her friends and family through due to her inability to control herself. And with all that being set up, a batshit Smile movie happens also. I don't really care about Smile 1 too much. I saw it and came away with several major props to give it. Sosie Bacon is fantastic. My best friend Kyle Gallner is too. Good music, great direction, and the monster at the very end was truly something I was not expecting. I expected Smile 1 to be bad because, and I'm about to talk about how great Smile 2 is, but let me just get this out. I hate the whole smiling bit. It's not in my Q zone, it's not scary, it looks cringe, it's the Aphex Twin, Truth or Dare bullshit. Even liking these movies, I will contest that the smiling people thing is dumb. So it's a testament to the Smile movies that I think they are good to even great with this dumb Blumhousey gimmick. Parker Finn somehow makes me forget that I hate that gimmick because the movies are just too well made. Smile 2 is so well made that I kind of hate how much I love it. It's got better music, better direction, better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Sorry. The big thing I came away with was Parker Finn has a lot, and I mean a lot of talent. So why is Smile 2 so good and not just pretty good like its predecessor? Well, imagine the first movie with everything that worked in it, from characters to direction to cinematography to sound design to creature effects to score. Now imagine absolutely all of those elements being cranked up to a whole nother... It felt like Parker Finn got his budget doubled, and instead of being foolish and misguided about where that money went, he just doubled the fun. There's more of everything. I haven't rewatched Smile 1 anytime recently though, so if you guys think I'm underappreciating Smile 1, please let me know that in the comments. Maybe if I saw 1 in the theaters instead of at home like I did, I would feel differently about that one, because I saw 2 in a big ass prime theater with the big-ass speakers, and my god, this movie works. The camera feels like a character in Smile 2. I noticed it right in the opening scene with my best friend Kyle Gallner's character from the first attempting to pass the Unity off onto some unsuspecting criminals that he won't feel too bad about blessing with this curse. The camera is stationary on the hood of his car, panning back and forth between him and the house outside. When he gets out of the car, the single shot continues and the camera comes up off of the hood and starts following him. The entire scene is shot as one take, and it's incredibly impressive with tons of moving parts. Due to a misstep, he accidentally passes the entity not to someone evil and deserving, but instead to an innocent bystander just there on drug-related business. This bystander is Lewis, Sky Riley's dealer. What a great transition from one movie to the next. I thought that was so smart, and what a way to start your movie. No matter how much I wish we had a big studio movie with my best friend Kyle Gallner in the lead, we have Sky Riley to follow, and she's pretty interesting. Her character is great and complicated, and we really start to go insane right along with her. In fact, I think, depending on how you look at it, just how insane she goes could turn people off. Not because of the performance by Naomi Scott, which is incredible and intense, but because the entity messes with your mind to the point where everything can become hallucinatory. The big trick of Smile 1's climax was that she and we were experiencing all of this plot and story to have the rug pulled, and we learn that none of that happened. And just like with everything else in Smile 2, it's bigger and it's better, which means a lot of the movie is like that. By the end, you're not sure what actually has happened. Some people hate that, some people love it. I think it depends on how well it's done and why it's done. Smile 2 carries out its hallucinatory sequence of events so well that I don't really care about what really happened, because technically none of it really happened. Low expectations serve the Smile movies so well for me. It's such a well-made, dumb idea that it doesn't feel that dumb by the end of it. Smile 2 has so many jump scares packed within its 2-hour and 20-minute runtime, and many of them are done so well that I was seriously exhausted by the end. It doesn't help that Naomi Scott is gasping for breath and chugging Voss water throughout 80% of her screen time. From beginning to end, Smile 2 is messing with you, but it's always on your side. It gets to have its cake and eat it too, by being full of pop sensibilities and countless jump scares, but the technical prowess is just too much to not elevate the effectiveness of it all. The score is creepy and reminded me of those great Insidious stingers. The jump scares are narratively interwoven, like her friend's face suddenly honking and glowing like the incoming headlights. That was maybe my favorite off the top of my head. Not to spoil anything, but a lot of these jump scares like that one carry weight of the themes and subtly hint at answers to questions we didn't know we were gonna get. What else? Oh, I love the Perfect Blue homage with that creepy, obsessive fan, and it reminded me how much I love Perfect Blue and would like to watch that again soon. I loved the bizarre scene in her apartment with all of the dancers contorting their bodies and stacking themselves up to the ceiling. It's really haunting imagery. And great choreography, both in that scene to the effect of scares and in the choreography of her preparing for the tour and stuff is also just really cool. And it's like they didn't need to go as hard as they did on a lot of the choreography in this movie on the pop star side and the scare side, but there's some really interesting cohesion between the two, if that makes sense. Some other things that I loved were big spoilers, but I already said that by the end we don't know what the hell was real or what was the entity screwing with us. I just don't want to spoil what's real and what's not, I guess. It's still important for first watch effectiveness, in my opinion. The Smile entity itself, once it's revealed, just like in the first movie, but bigger. The setting is bigger, the stakes are higher, and it's disgusting and it's scary. And I really appreciate that they don't show the creature more than once per movie. It makes the impact of how bizarre this thing is hit harder, to where you leave the theater trying to remember exactly what it looks like. It sits hazy in the back of your head like a nightmare you're trying to pull imagery from as it fades more and more. I mean, geez, what an expertly made, dumb movie. It has no right to be as good as it is, but I'm glad I had the privilege to see it and be surprised by it. It blew away my expectations. I was not going to see this movie based on the trailer because of that stupid smile. It makes me feel secondhand embarrassment for some reason, but in the context of all these other components being knocked out of the park, the smile kind of worked in Smile 2. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know what you thought down below. You know, me and Sky Riley actually have a lot in common. She's a global pop star about to embark on a world tour, and I'm about to hit 1,000 subscribers at the time of writing this. Those are exactly the same thing. Thank you to everybody who likes to talk about movies with me on this channel. It means a lot to me. Not sure if this growth is a testament to my videos and scripts or if people just really like that thumbnail for the substance video, but either way, thank you guys for hanging with me. Bye.